Upset.
But you promised
right now.
A hat trick.
We'll see.
You promised one.
I did. I promised one, and I will deliver.
All right.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the CHGO Bulls Postgame. Coming to you live from our studios here in the West Loop, downtown Chicago. I'm Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck. My guy, Big Dave. Bow. BAWL Sports. We're CHGO _Bulls. Our pal producer, Joey Spattis on the controls. He is at Joey Spattis. Apologies for the minor delay. Some programming updates that needed to be done.
Like the Pop-Tart tweet. R.I.P. Pop-Tart.
R.I.P. Pop-Tart. Have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? It's so friggin' good. That mascot is a hero.
We right here, Julia. And you're right.
Hi, Julia.
That
Pop-Tart sacrificed himself.
It did.
So
it sacrificed itself.
A college quarterback who didn't look like a quarterback could celebrate a bowl game that didn't matter.
Yes. They are now Pop-Tart Bowl winners.
The thing is, I don't think the Pop-Tart really viewed it as a sacrifice. It was more of an honor.
Yeah.
And a privilege.
That's why I had a sign that said dreams do come true.
It was like there was a tweet. Roger Sherman, I think, he was like, would it be offensive if I ate Pop-Tarts in front of the mascot? And the mascot said, "It's my dream," and started shoving the Pop-Tarts in the guy's face.
I really think they should just give them a big, huge bowl of Pop-Tarts and then just let them go for broke on that. Because honestly, that was a little wild. I'm not even going to lie to you. That was a little wild. Maybe a sign of the times, but it was a little wild.
Pop-Tarts are made to be eaten.
They are.
That is their destiny.
No, I agree. But human Pop-Tarts are a little bit different. That was a little different, dog. I don't know if I was ready for that.
I wasn't ready to see cannibalism on live television.
Correct. Tell you who
I wasn't sure how that was going to go down.
America was. They were ready. They were pissed on Twitter.
Bloodthirsty football
We were
fans.
promised a sacrifice.
I wonder how bloodthirsty Bulls fans are tonight after that loss.
Hey.
I'm okay.
Of course you are.
But Bulls fall to the Pacers 120-104. Bulls fall to 14-19 on the season.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. If you're hanging out live on YouTube, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Do it for Joseph. We'll get to as many of y'all's comments on tonight's game as we can. Throw us some super chats if you feel so inclined. We will get to all of those. Where is it, Joe?
I see the hat
They're around
right
here
there.
somewhere.
Joe's got the hats.
Oh, hat stack. Don't worry, y'all. Hat stack has been found.
Yes, he's got it.
And it is in its proper place.
And he's on it. Don't ever want like that again.
Okay. You know what? Well,
That's my set run.
We good? Is everybody in place?
No, we're not. Go ahead, though. Run that.
I have some thoughts.
Okay.
Before I go on my rant.
Okay.
Dave?
Yes.
Thoughts on tonight's game? Anything you want to get to before I go bonkers?
Yeah, a few things. Well, one, when you lose the 3-point battle by 36 points.
Oh, maybe I don't have to go on my rant.
You're going to get your ass whooped. Like, that's really the bottom line of this. It's been the Achilles heel of the Bulls for a long while, and it reared its ugly head tonight. The difference of this, Matt, is, and again, in Atlanta, they missed a ton of shots.
Yeah.
The difference was Andre Drummond was gobbling up everything and just putting it back. Andre Drummond wasn't really out there for a long time tonight to do that kind of gobbling and put it back. Well, he did end up with 16 rebounds. Shout out to you. He did end up with 16 rebounds in 21 minutes, but he was in foul trouble, so he wasn't able to get that consistent flow going. So they went to a small ball lineup, and they were getting their ass ate apart on that small ball lineup. Now, truth be told, that small ball lineup got them back in the game because Dalen Terry, plus 30, did his damn thing tonight in that third quarter, doing the stuff that I said that Dalen Terry can bring to a basketball team. That's the stuff he can bring until he finds his shot and all that other stuff. But he brings all the other intangibles that you need on a team, man. So it was good to see that come to fruition for him, especially. And the one play, Matt, where he gets the rebound, from everyone and then immediately turns it over, but then draws the charge. That was great. That was great to see from him. So, yeah, that was cool, but I thought they went with the small ball lineup a little too long. I wanted to see Drummond back in the fourth quarter, and I thought it was really hurting them at a certain point in time. It just was like that, for them. And again, they went on their run during that Drummond being out there kind of lineup because those 3-point shots, there's nothing you can really do about that. If Buddy Hield is hitting shots and then Tyrese Haliburton is pulling up, like I said, from Boise, Idaho, hitting those shots, what you going to do about that? Nothing. My issue is when the Bulls miss or when the Pacers miss, there was no one there to get a rebound for them. And that's kind of where I thought Drummond was supposed to come in. I understand why Billy went with the small ball. It's why you got back into the game. But that's what you do with role players, I thought, is once they get you back into the game, then you take them out. And again, let me go old school on you, and it's not to this extent at all. But it's like when Bobby Hansen comes into the game in the finals, hits you 2 threes. You don't leave Bobby Hansen in the goddamn game. Thanks, Bobby, for your threes. Then you go sit down. You got us back in. Go sit down. That's kind of how my thought process was on it, getting you back into the game. And you talked about that, like, hey, but he got your boy Dalen back in. And I was like, I didn't ask for Dalen to be in the fourth quarter, though. I didn't ask for that, But again, I wasn't this upset about him getting his time, but I do think he went with it just a little bit too long. But I understand it, and especially when you broke it down for me, just how that run they went on with that Drummond on the floor lineup.
Yep.
I was like, okay, that makes sense. They was hitting those threes. They was killing it. He's decided to get Dalen out there, maybe get up on those 3-point shooters. But when you do that, you took away that rebounding immediately when you get those guys that can get up on those shooters. So I wanted him to go with Drummond a little bit more. He played 21 minutes. Am I right about that?
21.
Played 21. Played 21 minutes out there. So, yeah, but all around, it comes down to that 3-point shooting, guys. 36 points is the disparity, and that's going to usually be a loss.
Yeah. Look.
Take your time, man. Take your time. I'll be over here. Take your time.
I understand that there is a certain portion of this Bulls fan base that wants to nitpick, like trash, question, immediately deny any choice that Billy Donovan ever makes.
Sure.
They are frothing at the mouth.
What up, Briscoe?
With their assertion that Billy Donovan is one of the worst basketball coaches that's ever existed. I often find that to be an exaggeration. And in some cases, flat out not true.
Okay.
What I can understand and deal with is Bulls fans critiquing Billy for choices that I agree are questionable or even borderline a bad choice, whatever it may be. What I will never tolerate is Bulls fans yelling at a head coach convinced that he is doing all the wrong shit and all the dumb shit, when if you just actually watch what happens in the game, you will see that he was doing his best to coach a team to a win. I'm like, the Billy rotation haters were on one on Bulls Twitter tonight, and I was just sitting there on that couch over there laughing my ass off. Billy, he's so obsessed with going small. Small ball's not going to work. One, first of all, for all you Vooch haters out there, this is what the team looks like when you got Drummond and no other options. So, you know,
right
maybe give Vooch a little credit before the next time you trash him.
Just a little bit.
Second, and more importantly, was Adama Sanogo going to come out there and you know, narrow that gap behind the three-point line tonight? Was Sanogo going to come out there and start raining threes to make up for this 36-point loss behind the three-point line tonight? Was Adama Sanogo going to be out there guarding the perimeter better than the Bulls guards and wings who were flying around doing their best against the best offense in the league?
There you are.
No, it's Billy's fault because he played small ball. Guess what? Rebounds tonight, Pacers 47, Bulls 47. Offensive rebounds, Bulls doubled them up, 13-6. You want to talk points in the paint? You want to talk points in the paint, Bulls fans?
Talk to me, man.
You want to talk points in the paint?
I kind of do.
Pacers 38, Bulls 60.
Ooh.
Shut the fuck up about Billy Donovan playing small ball in a game when that had nothing to do with why they lost. Shut up!
There's one. There. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that was perfect, Joe. Give me another one, Joe. And 3. Let's see how fun. 4. Got the Superman curl. Ah!
Nope.
Ah! All of them? He threw them all. Joe, he threw them all, Joe.
Yeah, I was opening my computer as that rant was going on and opened up the spreadsheet because you
knew
when you're around him this long, you could just sense the impending throw.
Yeah, yeah. You've watched this movie before. He understands. But yes, Matt is
shut up.
I feel Matt on that. I saw people clamoring.
Drummond came back in, and the Pacers went on a 9-3 run. The Bulls made the comeback with Drummond off the floor because he was in foul trouble.
Yeah.
The Bulls made the comeback playing small ball.
They did.
What more evidence do you want that's staring you in the face that Billy's rotation was not the problem tonight?
The problem I had, and I shouldn't even say problem, but I just didn't want him to stay there. When they made the run back, that was 3-point shooting. That wasn't them going inside.
It was 3 straight threes.
Yeah, nothing you can do about that.
And then a dunk.
Yeah,
on a broken defensive assignment.
Like, what are you going to do with that? You know, I can't do nothing about the threes that Haliburton was hitting or that Buddy Hield was hitting. I don't care if that's small ball or Drummond in the game. That's going to happen. Again, like I said, my issue was when he took them out and I never saw Drummond again. That was my issue. I didn't see him at all. I didn't see him again, not one time. And a guy who has 16 rebounds, I think should get a little more time to get in there and get some rebounds for a team that couldn't hit a goddamn shot. That is your offense. Getting a rebound is a part of the Bulls' offense. It's the reason they beat Atlanta. They didn't beat Atlanta because they were hitting shots. They beat Atlanta because that dude had 25 rebounds. That's why they won. So putting him in the game at a certain point, I wanted to see that. I didn't want him to stick with the small ball. And again, for the 15th time, I understand why he did it. I get why he stuck with it. Like Matt said, it's why you got back in the game. It's why you were back, had a nice 2-point lead off of that Kobe White ridiculous 3-point shot that he hit. So I completely understand it. But for me, I don't just want to stay there. And I felt like they stayed with it a little bit too long and didn't give it another look. And that's the issue I had. When they went on the run, he immediately went to the small ball when he went on the run.
Yeah.
And then that was it.
He gave Drummond a quick hook. It was like, all right,
and that
Dalen,
was it.
Get back in
right.
there.
And that was it. And we're done. And I get it. That's what got you back into the game. I get it. But that's not something I was like, okay, we should be sticking with. For me, having him in the game, and you know I love Dalen Terry, but having him in the game was like, okay, bet. You got that done. You got that part. Now it's time to hand that off. Now it's time to turn that over and go with it. Billy wanted to stick with it a little bit longer. I can't fault him for that because it's what was working. And a lot was not working for the Bulls. Because remember, they were down 25. Mm-hmm. So a lot was not working for the Bulls. So I get him switching and going at another option. I just wanted him to try it again and not stay there. And that was my issue.
And why were they down 25? Is it because they were playing a team that was shooting the three much better than them and also
36, man.
Don't have their starting center, who is a much better piece for their half-court offense than Drummond is?
36 points, Matt. 36 from behind the arc. That's going to get you some L's. But for me, it was you just saw how easy it was. Look, Tyrese Haliburton had 20 assists, all right? I want to go back and look at those assists because a ton of them became on the inside when they were running the goddamn small ball. Mm-hmm. And of course, he was eating it like, oh my God, that one no look he had to Miles Turner.
Yo.
Damn. Damn. What a vicious pass that was, man. So I get it. There was a give and take when you're playing that kind of small ball offense. And I'm gonna get into, the positives of what the Bulls did and what they like. Shout out Patrick Williams about what I liked tonight from them. But that's the one thing I thought that I wanted to see a little more of was just Drummond getting a couple more minutes in the fourth quarter. When after that kind of ass whooping run happened for the Bulls, you saw the issue was the Bulls couldn't score and then they couldn't rebound. And when they can't score and you can't rebound, it's going to
that barrage of 3-pointers, the game's over, man. The game's over.
9-3, a 9-3 run, or even if you want to say 11.
Put the Pacers up by 9.
I know, even want to say 11. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? 11-3 run because you mentioned the scoring side.
Yeah, the dunk after
and
the
things
3-3.
like that. For me, I'm not tapping, but I'm not tapping out at that point though, Matt. I'm not saying, well, fuck it, the game's over. Screw it. All right, let me just keep going with this.
Drummond out there to rebound maybe if the Pacers miss.
Yeah.
To try to.
Not even if but no. That's what I'm saying. If the Bulls are missing, that's what I'm saying, Matt. That's a part of their offense because they couldn't score.
Having his offensive rebound.
Yes.
Right there.
The Bulls couldn't score. And so if they can't score, somebody's got to get the rebound. Because, again, like I said, that's how they beat the Hawks. Because it wasn't like they were hitting shots. They couldn't score, and Drummond got 25 rebounds.
If you're trying to come back from a 10-point deficit in the final 2 minutes of a game.
2 minutes is done. That's
having
done.
A big under your opponent's basket to be there because no one on your team can hit a shot is not a good game plan if I am a head coach.
I completely agree. If it's 2 minutes left in the game, I completely agree.
And that was the situation.
You're right. But for me, I'm talking about when it was earlier on. He didn't get taken out the game when there was 2 minutes in the game. So he got taken out much earlier than that. You know, I believe, 7 minutes, I believe it was left? About 7:52?
No, I believe it was 5-something.
Okay.
He checked back in at, make sure I get this right.
Take your time, sir. Matt with the facts.
Oh, man.
And also, while he's looking that up, Kobe White, man. Kobe White's three-point shooting has fallen off these past few games.
It has.
I don't know if it has anything to do with his wrist.
The wrist.
But I also think it's kind of falling into that Zach situation where Zach is the guy who, if he doesn't take those threes and he doesn't hit those threes, it changes the entire complexion of the Chicago Bulls and their three-point shooting. Because Kobe White was cooking. And if you notice, when he was cooking, so were the Chicago Bulls and their wins. But now he isn't getting those shots in. And I saw someone say he was winded. Also, his wrist is hurting at the same time. So he might be winded because he is leading the league in total minutes, but his wrist is hurting at the same time. And I think those two things may be playing into each other a little bit, but it's hard because when he goes to Javon Carter, and Javon ain't cooking and ain't been cooking since he was cooking the first few games of the season.
Right.
So that makes it a little more tough on Kobe to try to overcompensate and do a little bit more because you're asking him to be that point guard, but then you're also asking him to be your best three-point shooter.
Yeah,
and
which ideally is someone who plays off the ball.
Yes, correct, which is ideally someone who plays off the ball. Now, credit to Kobe, he's been doing a really great job doing that role right there. But he is your only consistent shooter like that. Pat can shoot it, but Pat isn't taking that amount of threes in the game. And again, Pat had a great game, but he isn't taking that amount of threes. Neither is Ayo, neither is Caruso. And those guys aren't taking that amount of threes. So he's kind of falling into that Zach category where if I'm not shooting no threes, then really nobody is really shooting those threes.
Yeah. I am a little bit concerned about Kobe's wrist right now. I don't know if we'll get an update on that soon. I mean, not on the injury report. He's just like, I'm playing through it.
Right. Yeah, he's like, it's cool.
So Drummond checked in when the Bulls were making their comeback but had not taken the lead back yet. It was 90-88 Pacers when Drummond checks in at 8:52 of the fourth.
Okay.
Kobe drills that crazy deep three,
Woo!
puts the Bulls up 1.
Crazy deep.
Turner misses a midi on the other end. Kobe gets the rebound.
Midi.
Kobe goes the other way, gets fouled, hits 2 free throws, Bulls up 93-90.
Play-by-play.
At the 7:51 mark.
Let's go.
Then the onslaught. So the next Pacers possession, they actually missed, and Drummond got the board. Yay. Turner then blocked Patrick Williams driving whatever that was.
That play right there.
Yuck.
That play I yelled at you about changed the entire complexion right
Buddy
there.
Hield 3, bam.
Yep.
Halliburton 3, bam.
Bam.
Halliburton 3, bam.
Yep.
Turner dunk, Halliburton assist, bam.
Yep.
Just like that, Pacers up 101-93 at 5:56.
Yes.
Terry checks back in for Drummond.
Oh, yuck. I don't like it, but I understand it. But I get it. I completely get it and I understand it. But back to that, man, because I said that to you while we were watching the game. That missed opportunity when Patrick Williams had an opportunity to go up and score was huge, Matt. Everything flipped after that because the Bulls had an opportunity to take an even bigger lead and take a more commanding one because of just how the momentum was swinging at that point in time.
Yeah.
And when he went up, and he didn't go up strong, but when he just went up, and he went up very clumsy and didn't understand what he was doing really honestly with the ball, and Miles Turner was like, oh, I'm tall. You shouldn't belong right here. It flipped after that. Like you said, that Buddy Hield 3, and I told you, I was like, oh, man, that was huge. That just changed the game. And you saw it.
Yep.
You immediately saw it changed the entire complexion of that basketball game. So I don't want to take credit away from the Pacers and what they did, because they were up and whooping the Bulls' ass, and then they gave up the lead, but then immediately got back in it and was like, no, we're better. I think we're a better basketball team. We have a better basketball player in Tyrese Haliburton.
Yeah.
And Buddy Hield is a better shooter than whatever y'all got. We're going to get back in this game, and we're going to take it over. You saw them do that. Credit to them for that right there. And the Bulls took this L. But again, of all this that we're sitting here debating and arguing what Matt's yelling about, 36 points from the 3-point line is really truly why you lost this game.
It's a familiar problem. Rearing it's a big old ugly hit.
It's ugly.
Isn't that fun? Isn't it fun to know that 3-point problem's still there when the Bulls aren't just shooting lights out of nowhere?
Hey, they got to get back to it, man.
I mean, no, you got to keep this core together. Fight for that 10 seed.
No, you do. No, I didn't say change the core.
No, I'm just being a salty ass.
You're sorry. You're doing you. I didn't mean to step in. I didn't mean to step in with my positivity on you.
No, I'm just saying that this roster is still broken as hell.
Excuse me. I didn't mean to throw positivity in your face right there. Shout out Dalen Terry.
You can underhand toss some positivity my way,
No,
and I will either choose to accept it.
Are you kidding me?
Or
I'm
swat it back
throwing
at
like
you.
a hard ass snowball at you. Are you kidding me? I'm not underhanding no
You're
positivity.
Randy Johnson bird kill
Yeah, you
fastball.
goddamn right, man.
Throwing positivity at me.
96 every time I'm throwing this positivity at you. 96 right at your head every time, man. You better duck because it's coming. It's coming, baby, and it ain't going to stop in every segment. That's how I roll.
I believe you. We've got to take our first tab break. We'll come back, continue breaking out tonight's game. We'll get to all of y'all's thoughts out there at Bulls Nation. We can continue talking about the absence of Sonogo until garbage time because people in the comments are talking about it.
Yeah. Oh, God.
While we're taking this break, you know what to do. Hit the thumb to
Joey
make our
needs
guy
him.
Joey happy.
Joey needs a thumb.
Joey needs the thumb.
Joey, where's the graphic you promised us of you with the thumbs?
I don't want to scare anyone, so
Are you saying that you have made it, but you're just afraid to reveal it?
I was making it, and it scared me, so I stopped.
I scared myself.
Okay.
CHGO Bulls Postgame brought to you all tonight by Prize Picks, the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America. They're the easiest and most exciting way to play DFS. It's just you against the numbers. Instead of battling thousands of other players, including pros and sharks who just sit in front of their laptop all day playing DFS, you just pick more or less on 2 to 6 players and their stat projections. Then just watch the winnings roll in. Simple. Prize Picks is a ton of fun. I've been recently enjoying the combo selections between NBA and NFL.
Okay.
Dude, I had a field day on Christmas Day and
you?
Christmas Eve. Or no, there wasn't any NBA on Christmas Eve, right?
No.
But Christmas Day, we had 5 NBA games. We had 3 NFL games.
Yes.
I was a Prize Picks machine.
That was a fun day.
Because what you could do is with their specials league, a league created specifically for combo projections, you could put together a slate of Jokic assists and Amari Cooper receiving yards, which took the over on both of those. Congrats!
Shout out.
It's a lot of fun to do. You can even do it with hockey if you're a Blackhawks fan. Throw some of those in there in your combo picks. They even offer a reboot policy. Ooh. That means your entries stay in play even if one of your players gets injured. Oh. They will basically just take that injured player out of your picks.
Just like whoop.
Basketball players, football players, if you have a player who exits the game in the first half and doesn't come back in the second half, they just void that from your pick, rebooted. Prize Picks is the only DFS platform with an injury insurance policy.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow, that's saying a lot.
Which is, everyone understands that frustration of playing fantasy.
Sure.
And your player goes down early in the game.
Yeah.
You're like, I was counting on this guy for 10, 15, maybe if he has a great game, 20 points tonight.
Yeah, no
and
doubt.
he left with 0.6.
No doubt.
And obviously, concerned for the player and their well-being. Hope they're
Without
okay.
a doubt. Without a doubt.
But
man.
your selfish, inner is like, but my fantasy team. Now with Prize Picks, go to prizepicks.com/CHGO and use the code CHGO for a first deposit match up to $100. That's prizepicks.com/CHGO. Use code CHGO. Daily fantasy sports made easy.
Watch this curveball right here, man.
I'm ready for it.
Big Dave, what time is it? Huh? Oh, game time? Who?
Uh-oh.
I broke the vortex.
If you start developing split personality disorder, I don't know how we're going to work with that.
Start? You shouldn't have to worry when you're buying tickets to your next big event. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets to all your sports, music, comedy, and theater events nearest you with killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views on receipt, and their best price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying tickets. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event, and that even an hour after it begins. It is not the place. No. It is the place to find last-minute seats. Find exclusive deals, exclusive flash deals, and sponsored deals on tickets to football, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, and much, much more. And with zone deals, you pick the section, Game Time does the selecting with an average savings of, drum roll, Matt Pack, 18%. And Game Time guarantee means you'll always get the best price available. If you find tickets in the same section and row for less, Game Time will credit you not 80, not 90, not 100, but 110% of the difference. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use that code CHGO for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem that code CHGO and get your beautiful, wonderful self $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Because Joey Spathis. What time is it?
Game Time.
That was a record for call and response there.
I never gave him the pause. I usually give you the pause. I never gave him the pause, man. So
You got to keep Joseph on his toes.
yeah, I got to, man.
Rolling on tonight's post game, breaking down Bulls loss to the Pacers. People in the comments chiming in. Shout out to our friends Nothing But Bull saying, I'm not blaming small ball on the loss. I would just like to see Sanogo get a chance.
Yeah.
Chris Theodosis in the comments saying hard to get anything going when the other team shoots that well from three.
Fair.
Not too mad at this loss.
It's very fair.
Connor, meanwhile, saying, I now understand why, name redacted, thought he could average 35 assists. All you need is a Haliburton who can get you 20 by himself.
Idiot.
Oh, my goodness.
Jerk face. Sanogo. I wanted to see Sanogo. Let me say that. I did want to see him get in there and get some time. I'm not going to put that as a reason that the Bulls lost.
No.
But I did want some of those opportunities for him to get some time in there because they were just eating the Bulls alive on the boards. And Miles Turner on Dalen Terry or Patrick Williams or whoever else you got in there, or even Terry Taylor, I just wanted him to see, let me see if he can get a minute or two. If it don't work, fine. If it does work, fine. Give him some minutes. But I wouldn't mind seeing him. But we all know that's just not how Billy rolls, man. Billy don't do it like that.
It's not.
Yeah.
Young guys, I mean, it takes a lot
not his
for
thing.
them to earn his trust to, play real minutes. And, look, I know Bulls fans have been saying, look at these stat lines Sanogo's putting up with Windy City and throw him in there. Why not? I know you don't like when I say this. I'm like, who else put up pretty big numbers for Windy City Bulls?
God, why do you do this?
Marko Simonovic.
Why do you do this?
I'm just it's just a funny reality check. Just because guys are dominating in the G League doesn't mean you can come in and play in real NBA minutes.
Dominating. He was doing all right.
Marko was putting up 20-10 games in the Windy City Bulls on a regular basis.
Was he all G League or something on there? No, he wasn't.
I'm just saying the stat lines that Bulls fans are shouting out for Sanogo, clamoring for his minutes, pretty similar stat lines to what we saw from Marko in Windy City.
Watching him play and watching Marco play, you can see the difference.
Fair enough. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, tonight you're down 25. Throw him out there.
Throw him out there.
Throw him out there.
Just see.
Just see.
Just see. That's all. But I get it. But just see.
They came back from a 25-point deficit all the way to take a lead briefly.
Dalen Terry.
Without Adama Sanogo's
Plus 30.
Nothing but Bulls saying for the record, Billy did a good job coaching this game. Just would have liked to see Sanogo get a chance over Terry Taylor, who wasn't on the court during that comeback. Shout out to Pat and DT. That is a fair point.
Yeah. Hey, look who's in the comments. I got Tim Sinclair. Bulls PA announcer.
The great Carly Jones.
Oh, pointing him out.
G League MVP.
And he is not in the league.
Not playing in the league.
Not here.
Didn't he just sign a contract overseas?
He definitely signed a contract overseas.
Right. Yeah,
because again, Carly Jones is 5'3".
Right.
He was not going to do it like that.
But but great stat lines in G League mean you should be brought up and play a lot of minutes right away.
That is not what that means at all. That is not. Way to twist it. Wonderful job. Wonderful job,
Chief
Matthew.
C saying Bulls fans actually thought we were better without LaVine in the lineup and that Drummond should be a starter. Pure comedy. One of those two things might be true. We'll see.
That is pure comedy? That's the thing that's true?
Yeah. Although also interesting stat that I had not yet realized until I saw it from it was our guy Jason Pat.
Shout out.
Consideration. Shout out to him. In 10 games since Zach's exit, that the Bulls have been down by I can't remember what the stat was. I think down by double digits.
Yeah.
They have come back to take a lead in all 10 of them.
Wow.
Which usually wasn't the case before.
That's true. Once they're down, they're down.
They're down. Maybe they'll put up a little bit of a fight to get back into the game, but they're not coming back to take the lead.
Yeah, that's a great point. There's much more fight I've seen in this Bulls team. They don't just get down on themselves anymore. And I'm going to credit Kobe White with a lot of that because he is captain positivity about that with the squad. So, yeah. That's great that they're like that, and hopefully as they continue to learn and win while they're learning, they'll get to the point where they can get over those humps, guys. That's the point of all of this, is to get better and let the young guys get better. Go to the playoffs. Go to the playoffs. Go there. Go. Please.
Playing doesn't count.
God. Really? Ask Miami Heat.
Hey, Dr. Shy 23, Bulls clearly miss Vooch. Spacing the floor matters. This team is offensive talent depleted.
Yeah.
Definitely need to trade LaVine ASAP.
Look, guys, talent matters. All right. Yeah. You got to have talent.
They have been making up for Zach's absence with playing more team ball and the ascension of Kobe White.
Yeah.
Now, Vooch also exits, and despite Bulls fans crushing him, and he has had some games where he's not shot the ball well, he's still giving you double-digit points every night. And so, you're missing points. Yeah. And now, Kobe, whether it's the wrist or I saw somebody else in the comments tonight mentioning that defenses are keying in on Kobe and playing him a lot more physically.
It's on the whiteboard.
In this recent stretch. Points are all of a sudden kind of hard to come by.
Yeah.
And that is an interesting problem that Billy Donovan will have to try to solve so long as Vooch is out because, Rob in the comments here saying, I'm not sure having Vooch helps the Bulls stop this Pacers shooting and Hallie playmaking. And while that is true, and Vooch is no defensive superstar by any means, the Bulls offense was functioning much better when Vooch is on the floor. Whether or not Vooch is knocking down most of his threes or some of his threes or even missing layups inside that's frustrating, the offense flows better when Vooch is on the floor. Plain and simple.
Yeah, it does.
So
it does.
If your opponent is just barraging you with threes, maybe the Bulls don't go down 25 in this game if they don't have just a long, awful field goal drought where Kobe's getting bodied, DeMar misses a couple, and nobody else can score.
Another example of that, Matt, and I talked about this in pregame, is Miles Turner on Andre Drummond, because I told you it was going to be a matchup to watch because I was like, Drummond is not going to go out there on Miles Turner. And Miles Turner immediately scored 7 or 8 quick points to start the game. and all of them were wide open shots. One of them was a three that Drummond didn't even walk out there on. He's just like, all right, you got it. And he hit that, and it was cash. Like, that kind of sets the tone, for a team like that. When a guy who is not coming out there to even put a hand up, you can get an opportunity to shoot that ball, it's going to matter. Vooch maybe will get out there, you know what I'm saying? Or at least they can't cheat off of it like that. But Drummond is not going out there, bro. He's an old school big fella. He's not going out there to the perimeter to guard anybody, which is something you're going to have to watch in this next game against Philly. Because you want to know who likes shooting out there? It's Joel Embiid, all right? He enjoys staying out there and shooting those shots. You can't give him wide open jump shots. We'll get into that, I'm sure, on the 30th, and we'll talk about it then. But that's what I thought was going to happen, and you saw it early to start the game.
Yeah. Dr. Shy 23 again in the comments saying lack of scoring, major issue. It's not complicated, guys. When your team can't hit enough 3-point shots, again, like beat a dead horse if you want to. That's why the Bulls lost this game. They made 7 threes.
Yeah.
The Pacers 19.
That's a lot of threes, man.
Yuck.
That's a nice.
Yuck.
Let me talk. Let me get into something else because I am the PAL.
Yeah, actually, real quick before you do that, and then I promise this is,
Sure.
And then I'll drop it.
Absolutely.
Godwin shown can in the comments. Everyone and their grandmother except Billy wanted to see Sano go.
Here we go, Joe.
I wouldn't have minded seeing some Sanogo instead of Terry Taylor tonight, just to see, especially when the Bulls were down big.
Yeah.
Throw Sanogo out there. Why not?
Yeah.
Not the reason the Bulls lost this game. Also, if you're going to come at Billy as a Bulls fan because you disapprove of his job performance, make sure to use the correct words. Because did everyone and their grandmother accept Billy Donovan tonight? ACCEPT? Or did everyone and their grandmother accept EXCEPT? Billy Donovan wants to see Sanogo tonight. You want to throw trash talk in my comments? Use the right words, goddammit. Go back to school.
He got so angry he fumbled the hat, Joe. Oh, that's what it is.
You know that shit bugs me. Read a book.
So I told Joe.
Read a dictionary.
Joe, I didn't notice on your hat throw that it was like an actual bomb counting down to the hat and exploding. That's a really wonderful detail.
No, it's a little hat bomb.
I know. I didn't notice that is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like lighting the fuse and explode. I did not notice that. Wonderful detail, Joey.
Thank you.
Joey is aware that the devil is in the details.
Yes, he is.
Just like the difference between accept and accept. Sorry, continue. You were saying?
No one used to make my mother mad was picture and pitcher.
Oh.
Used to upset her when people
like
wouldn't say it.
Yes. And a picture?
Oh, used to drive her crazy, bro, when people would get that wrong.
As well it should.
And it should. And I understand. Yes, we'll get on it. But my mother's a school teacher, Matt's just she was literally a literacy coordinator. It's just a dude with a 5.0 who just don't want this to be a thing.
Just a snarky asshole.
Oh, that's it.
Respect people who don't know how to spell words.
Oh, I like that flip side. Shout out to Joey Graphic. Look at you, Joey, getting the new names out here. I appreciate that. But I wanted to talk about Patrick Williams real quick because I thought he played one of his best games tonight. Man. And in a sense of I'm better than you kind of game. Not just in, like all around, all that dude stuff. Like, no. He played in this game like I'm better than you. The moves he was making out there, Matt, were like true NBA moves of a guy who is on a level that you're not. And I've been waiting to see him do these kind of things. Matt, the tip dunk putback that he had was vicious.
It's a shame that the Bulls had already kind of let go of the rope at that point.
Yeah, yes.
If that were a game-defining moment and he had that,
I believe it made it, I think, 102.95 at that point when he got that done. But you're right. By that point, the run had already happened. But that play, Matt, the one where he crossed over and went to the bucket for the and one, and I saw him show some emotion because he was hopping up and down, just excited about it.
And then Dalen Terry came and got in his face and was like, hell yeah.
Damn right, you better be excited about that, Patrick Williams. So those kind of things, or 2 of 5 from the 3-point line, 5 attempts from the 3-point line, 9 of 14. That is 64% shooting from the field.
I love that.
That was awesome. When Pat is cooking, what I love so much about his game, Matt, is it is from everywhere. Mm-hmm. Everywhere. You watch the highlights, it's from everywhere on the floor. Baseline jumpers, spins and hooks inside, 3-point shots, free throw line, even though he only had 2, but free throw line, getting free throw line extended for a little jumper, tip ins, putbacks, dunks. It's a whole array, a whole smorgasbord of talent that you're seeing out here. And that's what makes it exciting when Patrick does these kind of things, man, because you're like, you have this.
Yeah.
We know you got this inside of you. And to see it put out there against a really good team in Indiana just made me really happy and excited to watch him play.
It was incredible. And the cherry on top, when also late in the game, I think it was the 4th, he came around that dribble handoff, got the ball, came into the left elbow.
Yeah.
Crossed up, went behind his back, brought it up to his left like he was going to go up to the basket, and then somehow, magically, the ball came flying out to Caruso, who was wide open in the corner for a 3 that he hit, and it was a big 3.
Huge.
And you and I both looked at it at the same time. We're like, what?
What was that?
What did Pat just do? You rewound it.
Yes.
To see. And I was like, did it get deflected out there? And it just found it? Like, no. Pat got a dribble handoff, put the ball on the floor, went behind the back, went up, and then threw a no-look over-the-head pass out of nowhere.
Y'all.
On target to a wide-open Caruso in the corner.
Unbelievable. Ben Dean, you're absolutely right. Ben Dean is on it. Pat P. Will with some good passes, too. Dude, I mean, some really, really great passes. And that play right there just summed it all up because he had a play inside, and it was on 2 people that he made that pass. And the way it just came out, it was like, did that get deflected? Or did it? No, he didn't just, oh, my God, he did.
Came out of nowhere like the giant Pop-Tart.
Yes, man.
Where'd it come from?
I don't know. Where are we as a society, guys? Where are we? But it was really great to see him do those kind of things and to know that he has that. Something that we both thought that he had already in his bag, and he's just cultivating and putting together, and it's just growing. I'm watching Patrick Williams grow more and more and more and more every single game, the more it goes on. We talked about it yesterday with our guy Kyle Williams. Shout out to him.
Shout out Kyle.
About who's benefiting more, from Zach LaVine being out.
Right.
And that's why I said, Patrick, for these kind of moments like this, like there's more space for him to get out there and do certain things. And he's not allowed to have a safety valve. That's a training wheel. Zach LaVine is a training wheel because he's so freaking awesome at scoring. He's just like, oh, you do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's really cool. But no, that training wheel is removed. And you're like, you have to do it on your own. And watching him do it. Matt, the one play he got on the baseline, and he gave him the and that dude went flying into the stands.
Which Bulls fans know all too well. For the last several years, how many times is that a travel?
Yes.
Instead.
Yes, correct. You saw him do it correct this time. He didn't take a step before he did it.
Head fake, stutter step. Used to always be just a travel.
Yep, and he went right to the bucket and scored, and then Stacey starts singing like Mike. If I could be like, and I love that he started laughing because he was like, "Yeah, I'm tripping." But yes,
he also dropped the Denzel range against.
He did. Stacey is gold, man. Stacey King is gold. Never change, Stacey King. You're amazing, dog.
Not sure I agree with Stacey on his comments tonight about the Bulls switching on defense. He didn't like the switching.
But he's never he's been consistent on that.
Yeah, he's
he doesn't like. He's not a fan. He's not a fan.
Doesn't like switching.
Wants to stay with your man.
Right.
Switching goes away in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like in the playoffs, it's 1-on-1. You know what I mean? It's best player against best player kind of thing. So I get it. Stacey used to winning. He's like, I was the greatest ever to do this, dog. We ain't do no damn switching. Are you kidding me like this? You know what I mean? I got Scottie Pippen and Mike out here, son. We out here locking cats up. So I get it. But yeah, man, it was just great to see Pat start realizing those levels of how good he can really truly be on this team and in this league.
We got to take our second break. We'll come back, wrap up with a few more thoughts on tonight's game.
Yeah.
Get a few more of y'all's thoughts as well.
And maybe some chats that are super.
Oh, super chats. Super duper.
Get them in.
Neato gang.
Thumbs.
Super duper chat.
Give them to us.
Joey wants them.
Joey needs them.
Mmm.
Yum, 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 yum.
Big Dave, tell the people about Goose.
Beer. Oh. See right here? It's empty. You know why? Because it's delicious.
Because the Bulls make me drink.
We've got our reasons. Matt's for that. Mine because it's delicious. And it's Goose Island. And it's 3-1-2, which is the classic. Hit me with the horn, Joseph. Dang. Give him no time to be ready. I thought he was ready for the pass. It's all right. One more time, Joey. CHGO is supported by Goose Island Beer Company, Chicago's beer since the Jordan year. That is 1988. Of course, I told you about the 312 Wheat Ale. It is the classic. Matter of fact, you don't even know another beer that's got the yellow can. I'm just point that out to you. The Full Pocket Pilsner, which is our favorite, which is why there's never any here. Because when it comes out, it's gone. It's gone. We're going through it.
And it's gone.
the Beer Hug family, Joey Juicy. Joey likes the juicy beer hug. He's a fan. And of course, Oktoberfest. The Oktoberfest beer, y'all. When it's that kind of time and that kind of weather, even though I got the gams out, it's still awesome to have some Oktoberfest beer in that winter time, fall and winter time, ladies and gents. So why don't you do us a favor and do yourself a favor? Grab an ultra fresh, exclusive beer at the Goose Island Original Brew House from their tap room on Fulton Street. Where is that? It's in West Town. The Goose Island Beer Company, y'all. Chicago's beer, the true taste of Chicago.
Taste.
I dropped it down like that.
Hey, Dave, you want to talk about ComEd a little bit?
I do want to talk about ComEd just for a second, my pet. Can I talk about it? Can I get into it?
Please do.
Can I get into it?
Yeah.
It's getting easier, man. Can I do it? Can I get into it? Can I do it? It's getting easier. It's getting easier for businesses.
I missed you.
Try to do that with Steven. He's like, what the hell is wrong with you now?
To his credit, Steven did do the ComEd read with me.
My man.
I offered him, I was like, dude, I will read all the ads. I will let you read half the ads if you want to read the ads. He was like, well, he was like, you said there was one of them that has like 2 parts. I'll do that one.
My man.
Knocked it out of the park.
That's a dinger. Tuffy Rhodes. Shout out.
Frank Thomas.
It's getting easier for businesses to switch to electric vehicles. That's something that we can all get behind for the health of the planet and for the well-being of all of us who share it.
That's right, Dave.
Oh.
The electric grid is evolving to meet your cleaner energy needs as we all move with confidence towards an electric tomorrow. Whether you have one delivery van or a whole fleet of shipping trucks.
Shout out Joey Spathis.
Like we know George Spathis has.
George.
ComEd can help guide you to make the changes that make sense.
That's what your businesses do. Or more specifically, what should business owners do?
That's a great question, Dave.
Thank you, Matt.
Go to ComEd.com/clean to learn more about the resources, fleet rebates, and infrastructure incentives available to help businesses go electric. If you own a business, 1, good for you.
Shout out.
That's dope. Not hard, not easy to do.
Not easy.
2, don't wait. What are you waiting for? Don't do it. Start making your plan today to switch to electric vehicles. Good for business, good for the planet, good for all of us. Go to ComEd.com/clean.
Did you say ComEd.com/clean?
That's right, Dave. I said ComEd.com/clean.
He did.
Go now and see how electric connects us to a better way of doing business and a better future for generations to come.
Shout out, baby Joey.
Shout out, baby Joey. Shout out, my little babies.
Shout out, little baby.
Future generations.
Shout out.
All going electric.
All going electric.
You never see toddlers driving gas guzzlers these days.
Not how they roll.
They're all driving electric.
That's right. They're saving that money and saving the planet.
The Barbie cars.
That's right.
Electric.
Save that money and save the planet, ladies and gentlemen. Get you that electric. ComEd.
Got to.
/clean.
Any other thoughts from tonight's game or bridging tonight to the Bulls' next test? Because I believe we got We got the Sixers on deck?
Yes, for a double dose.
Yikes.
Double dose of the Sixers. A home game, and then we'll be going to Philly on that.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, the Drummond Embiid matchup, I'm a little worried about that because Drummond just doesn't get out on that perimeter, and he draws fouls like it's ridiculous. So,
yeah.
And I'm sure he wants payback because the Bulls beat them. You know, did a great job in that game, as a matter of fact, and got that win. Usually Joel Embiid likes taking those games off. But he played against – I'm sorry, he usually likes playing in those games but taking them off against the higher opponent.
Right.
But he thought we could be that squad, and the Bulls said, sit your punk ass down. We're going to give you this loss. So hopefully that can happen again, but I'm just concerned to him coming in motivated and knowing that he can just be out there on the perimeter all day long, Matt.
Yeah.
Shooting however shot he wants to shoot, getting to the bucket because he can draw fouls. So that's a concern. Maxey is a concern for that reason as well. He is definitely a concern, man. And I'm a little more worried about this one than I was the last time they played.
Yeah. Interesting update. This is from Tim Bontemps.
We love you too, dude.
Yesterday, talking to Sixers coach Nick Nurse, who said Batum is expected to play either Friday or Saturday in Houston or Chicago. Chicago being Saturday.
Yeah.
While Embiid went through some more on-court work today back in Philly, and his status for this weekend's games remains unclear.
He's gonna play one of them.
We might dodge Embiid.
I believe he's going to play one of them.
Especially considering it sounds like they got a back-to-back Houston and then coming here.
Yeah.
Can't imagine Embiid plays both of those games.
Yeah.
If Nick Nurse says, I need Embiid to win one of these games, which one do I need Embiid more for?
Yeah, and I feel like you went to, like, even though he's dealing with that ankle injury, I think he may be back for one of these games, and that's why I'm speaking like this. Because, again, he enjoys playing against the Chicago Bulls. Go look at his numbers. They're outrageous when he plays against the Bulls. And knowing he can have an opportunity to have more outrageous numbers from a guy who doesn't step out on the perimeter might be a little too tempting for him. But shout out Mo Bamba as well, who's been playing really well, honestly.
Not less Bamba?
Not less, but Mo. Oh, shout out to Shake West. You like that Mo Bamba song, Joey?
I like Mo Bamba, hook 'em, but it's not my
You're not a fan of the song?
It's all right.
It's a huge song.
I know. I do. I like the song. I do. I like it. I'd be lying
There
if I
you
said
are.
it.
There it is. I saw your shoulders moving. Hey! Joey popped him out. He couldn't help it. But yes.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
It's all right. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But,
I'm not.
But yes, man, Mo Bamba's been playing very solid. I thought these past few games, he's been playing really solid for them. Maxey definitely coming into his own, doing his thing very much so. Yeah, like it's concerning because they're very good and they're coming in motivated because they don't like losing to the Chicago Bulls. So it's a concern knowing that the Bulls are injured and dealing with the injuries they're dealing with and coming in with those less men. So it should be something, man.
The Duke says that's his pump-up song, Dave.
Oh, shout out.
Ben Dean also chiming in that it's a good music video.
It's a good one, man. Go watch it when they play it at a concert and watch people lose their damn mind.
I was at Austin City Limits, and Sheck West came out with like Travis Scott by surprise.
Oh,
and
so it was already hype because Travis.
Yeah, it was, and we were in Austin, so people had like an extra small
the energy was on 85
to Mo Bamba because he had just left Texas, and so it was cool.
Oh,
it was cool.
Yeah, the energy is infectious, man. Gotta love the energy out there. It's cool, man.
Too much of it in Austin.
Yeah,
that is a surface of the sun, burning hell.
Damn. That's not a fan.
Youth everywhere.
Oh, now there it is. There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You young whippersnappers. Get them out my face.
Just kidding. I love the youth.
Where's the small
Thanks for
bar?
watching our program.
Where's the bar where I can go sit down and just drink beer and eat a sandwich?
Yeah.
That's all that wants to do.
Peace and quiet.
Yes, and I'm not mad at him for it at all. But shout out to the Utes.
2 Utes?
2 Utes.
To what?
To what?
Joe, let's knock out some super chats. What do we got?
Here we go. AK, the math problem is back. Bulls were 7 and 27, 25% from 3. Mm-hmm. Kobe is passing up threes, getting blocked. Back to inconsistent Kobe. After a good December, Bulls are back to being the Bulls.
I'm not blaming Kobe for that.
AK.
I'm saying I'm not even saying he's back to being inconsistent, Kobe, because of the injury that he's dealing with right now. So I think that plays a role in this, even though he never is going to say nothing like that.
Yeah.
But I really think when it's your shooting wrist that you're having an issue with, it's playing a role, bro.
Yeah. No, I was vehemently agreeing with the first part of AK's Super Chat.
Oh, agree. No, completely agree.
The math
completely
problem
agree.
part.
Completely.
Kobe, I wouldn't say that this is necessarily a regression to inconsistent Kobe recently. He's in a bit of a shooting slump.
Yeah.
We are wondering if it has something to do with this sore wrist that he's playing through.
Yeah.
And as we touched on earlier in postgame, he's dealing with a lot more physicality.
Yeah.
He's having a tougher time getting some of that penetration that he did so well in his solid stretch.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But thank you for the super chat, AK. I'm salty. I don't care about anything, but nothing matters. I want to see Kobe come out of this little mini slump, and I hope his wrist is okay, because watching him ball out was like salvaging a deep depression that was setting in on top of my lungs and my brain and my heart, all of my vital organs. Kobe saved me, like legit. What do we got next, Joe?
Jay Bliggity, Kobe will get used to those different coverages they're hitting him with. But can we just sing the praises of P. Will? Homie is making me happy.
I definitely did.
Absolutely sung P. Will's praises. Jay Bliggity, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it was nice to see Pat play like that tonight.
It was so nice.
And
because it wasn't normal.
No.
It was, oh my God, I'm better than you.
Can we make it normal?
Yes. Make that your normal. Make that your new normal, that I'm better than you. You remember me shouting that at you? That you're better than everybody? Take that in, sir. You're better than everybody. Enjoy that and understand it. What about that play, Matt, when I talked about the and he went up with that shot? Remember what they showed on the screen was Stacey paused it at? Was him in the air shooting it with that one hand, and just how high off the ground he is, man.
Yeah.
When he's shooting that shot.
He elevated like this
ridiculous.
And then shot it from even higher with
all
that little
net
push shot.
It was literally like he threw it into the basket like this. No, he can be a really incredible player.
Before we move on to whatever the next one is, I just saw AK threw us another super chat with a follow-up.
Sure.
So let's get to that next. Kobe said his wrist was wrapped even during his hot shooting.
Yeah.
Kobe does look a bit without lacking pace.
No. He didn't say his wrist was hurting. He said it was wrapped. That's a different thing. So it had been wrapped for sure. He admitted to that. But the pain is what we're talking about. Like, And watching him grab it, that's new. That's been happening in the past few games. That wasn't happening when he first started rapping it, bro.
Yeah.
That just started happening. That, my wrist. Joseph, my wrist.
Doctor says I need a wristiatomy.
Oh, not the wristiatomy. It's almost like a bacchiotomy.
The Duke,
next, Joe.
He's got 2 math-related super chats here.
Oh, Duke
my
with
God.
the math?
Joey, I want to watch you try to read this math one.
Come on, Joe.
Because I don't have confidence that I can read it.
Come on, Joe. You can do this, Joe.
I believe in you.
Was pretty good at math.
I'm with you, Joe. Let's do it.
If Y is winning and X is 3-point shots made, Y equals X the power of more. Well, I don't know what PM is. What?
Short. Power of more shortened to PM.
Power of more. Oh, X equal. Wait, what?
Get it?
X
Take
to
your
the
time.
power of more.
You can do it, Joe.
What? But to the power of what?
More.
Okay,
More,
X to
Joe.
the power of more. Y plus Y different, don't know, equals X plus X different to the power of more, or Y plus derivative of Y equals X to the power of more plus 2X plus derivative of X to the power of more. Since Y equals X to the power of more, we can substitute this into the equation and we get hit more goddamn threes and we'd win more goddamn games. And he follows that one up with...
That's a nice super chat. Also, way to bust out derivative, Joe.
Shout out, Joe.
Proud of you for that.
I think that's maybe right. I don't know. Well, it's like Y prime or something, X prime, something with an I. I is an imaginary number.
I haven't
That's
taken a
above the
math
calculus.
class. And
If 1 + 1 equals 2, then Bulls should hit more threes and they'll win more games. Simple? Yeah.
that is a much simpler math equation
Yes.
that I can get behind
I like the first one because it was
and
complicated.
comprehend.
And listening to Joey read it was brilliant.
I was told there would be no math.
That's all I've been told for years, Matt. And so I rolled.
I
by
will
that.
yell at you in the comments for using poor grammar or using words improperly,
But
incorrectly.
math, that's Joey's department.
Math, make all the math mistakes you want in our comments.
Yeah, all of it. Algebra, trigonometry, geometry, however you want to roll. make the mistakes.
Peck responded to the Duke. He said, I know how to spell words, but I don't know what this means. So is that your, like, one of your claims to fame? Great speller? You a great speller?
I'm pretty good at spelling and grammar.
Peck was
knowing
not,
how to use words.
my generation has been, I would say, like, unknowingly had our spelling skills zapped by autocorrect.
Oh, you're blaming autocorrect.
Okay. Well, yeah,
I thought it was like Pokemon Go.
No, I do blame it on autocorrect because you didn't realize how much you're relying on it, and then when you try and text without autocorrect, I'm like,
yes,
we wrote out
spell
words.
This crap
with pencils.
Yeah,
on paper. There are things that school students used to use.
Yes,
I use pencils
on paper.
I was second place spelling bee champ.
Don't forget, I was a 90s baby for 6 months. Kobe said his wrist was wrapped even during his shooting. This is from AK. Kobe does look a bit without. Kobe does look a bit without lacking pace. I don't know, worn out maybe? Lacking pace.
Yeah, he's lacking pace. I mean, it's bothering him, is all I'm telling you. Like, it's bothering him and it's causing pain.
Defenses are playing him differently.
That's right.
They are keying on him.
On the whiteboard is Kobe White, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the same thing that happened with rookie Io.
It's the thing. and Io had to find his spot and adapt to it. Kobe White's going to have to do the same exact thing. Shout out to him for doing fourth quarter Kobe stuff, though.
Yeah.
He definitely did that. So it's just going to get better. Take your time.
AK said he meant to say Kobe's been looking worn out. Which makes sense. We did touch on that in pregame a little bit. The heavy allotment of minutes.
It's number one.
Billy relying on his new big three of Kobe, DeMar, and Vooch.
Play 33 tonight.
The Bulls leading the NBA in games played. Those three leading the NBA in total minutes played. Although I think you said in pregame, Vooch has now dropped down to 4. Because he's missed
Anthony
a couple
Davis
of games.
is now 3 because he missed a game. Those minutes should
Kobe
go to
playing big.
Those minutes should start going to Patrick Williams. He's built for this. He is built to run tons of minutes.
Dave, curveball.
Come with it.
What if some of Kobe's minutes should go to Adamas Sanogo?
I don't know if I'm swinging that curveball right there. I just want to see 1 or 2.
Maybe see what Marco's up to.
Yeah, let's see. Oh God, why does he do this? he does. He enjoys being miserable. He basks in it.
I really do.
Oh, the gray clouds.
I really do.
Oh, they make me happy. Yes.
Nieces are gone. That means Grinch is back. Bulls lost again. They're still 5 games under 500. My adorable little nieces abandoned me.
Oh, abandoned.
Everything sucks.
Oh.
At least let me have my fun.
Well, no. You're gonna get this snowball of positivity. Is what you're gonna get.
Yes, Rob. It's Julian Phillips time. That's what time it is.
Yeah.
What's it going to take to get Julian out there?
If the game slows down for him. I believe that's the reason Billy kind of hinted to why he's not out there.
Of all the nights where I can piss and moan about not getting the Julian Phillips minutes that I wanted desperately, ever since the Bulls were 5-14 and I gave up.
Yeah.
Tonight, not a night that you can say, hey, Billy, why no Phillips? Because Dalen Terry was a plus 30 in 17 minutes.
The Dalen Terry quarter was a true thing. I'm telling y'all, man. I've been telling you, goddammit, from rookie year, he's got the intangibles. It's about his shot that he's got to work on. But all that other stuff he has, the intangibles, those winning plays, he can make those things. But it's about the shots for him. That's it. It's about the shooting. That's why Matt gets on him. That's why all those other kids on him.
Also, a couple of head-scratching turnovers from Dalen tonight.
Yeah, he had a couple.
And then immediately redeem yourself.
You completely redeem yourself. Yes, he is a goon. Without a doubt, he is a goon.
He is.
Yes.
Count Eco Bean and Amari Green among the camp of those who want to see more Dalen minutes.
Oh.
All right. We will wrap it up there. Thank you all for tuning in to CHGO Bulls Postgame. Everybody send your positive vibes to our guy, Will to Go Gottlieb. Hopefully he'll be on the mend soon and back in the fold. In the meantime, I think he was still planning on writing up some thoughts on tonight's game. So check it out when it's up, allchgo.com.
Let's go.
He's at Will_Gottlieb. Big Day Bow, BWL Sports. I'm Bulls_Peck.
Oh.
Joey Spathis, our pal producer on the controls, is at Joey Spathis.
Joey Spathis.
AK throwing in a last second super chat.
Joey
Bless your
1.2K.
heart. As a fan, I didn't care much for wins or losses after Zach went out of the lineup. What was enjoyable during December was the pace and ball movement. I'd like the Bulls to return to that fun style of play.
Yeah.
I agree.
Completely agree.
You know what that needs?
Shots. 3-point shots.
Well, yes, people knocking down their shots and booch. Start drumming! I needed one more. Couldn't help myself.
I'm not mad at you.
We love you. We appreciate you, Bulls Nation. Hit that thumbs up on your way out if you haven't done it yet. And we are off tomorrow.
Yes.
Bulls are off tomorrow. We will talk to y'all Saturday for part 1 of Bulls Sixers Double Dose.
Hook 'em. The eyes of Texas are upon you. Go Longhorns. That's it.
Is this your last post with us before going down to New Orleans for the game?
That is true.
Oh, my gosh.
All right. Wait,
everybody wish Joey Bon Voyage. He's going to go watch his Longhorns in the college football playoff.
All right, Young Joseph. You got your tickets? You got your seats?
All got them all.
Y'all ready to go?
Yep.
I ain't going to my favorite city, man.
Doing it.
My niece has abandoned me. Now, Joey's abandoning me.
You told us already, man.
Joe.
I'm still here, man.
I know. Thank God.
I'm here. I'm right here.
People with the Duke, bless your heart. Last second super chat from the Duke. I bet Will to go Gottlieb appreciates a good math problem too. Me, Joey, and Will would have a good time cracking a few brewskis and solving some differential ratios.
Enjoy that.
Y'all knock yourselves out.
Enjoy all of that.
Dave and I will be here drinking Goose, watching
chilling out,
hoops.
Yeah,
not doing
yeah.
that.
Y'all enjoy the homework. Good job.
EJ, happy birthday. I love you, girl. And happy anniversary to my parents today. 49 years. Happily married. And I'm a lucky son because of it.
Come on.
To mom and pops.
Yes.
My biggest fans.
Beautiful, man.
We will talk to y'all on Saturday.
Ow.
See you, Red. Be good.
Love is awesome. Y'all be cool. Peace. We out.